Hello there, I hope everything's going well. This is 𝗕𝗏, and in this video I wanted to show how you could actually use Speak AI if you are a psychedelic user, if you're using plant medicine, and if you've came across this application, you see a page on plant medicine, you're wondering, how does this actually connect, how does this actually work? I'm going to try to walk through that in a couple minutes here. So we're actually just in the sign-in screen of Speak. All I'm going to do, I've got the credentials in here, and this is just a demo account that I've actually filled with some information that's actually relevant to it. So first of all, you're just going to log right into the dashboard. So you're going to be able to see the amount of audio that you've uploaded and then the number of video and a couple stats. And really this is in its foundational element, but there's going to be so many cool things that we can do with analytics, with insights here to help you sort of get an understanding of your own experiences. If you're recording trips, if you're doing integration, if you're doing intention setting, there's some amazing things that you can actually do with this foundational sort of platform and technology that we've actually built. And right now, because of the date, there's nothing in here, but I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm actually going to hit and see. Beautiful. So this was some insights, and because I had uploaded videos earlier, these are now things that are emerging across many different media files. So in this platform, in this demo account, we have a video file and multiple video files, and a lot of them are taken from Synthesis Retreat or some amazing sort of ketamine therapy patients who talk about their experiences. And then what this system does is it looks at patterns between the videos. So we can say, what are the most popular keywords within all the videos that we've actually analyzed? What are the most popular topics? What are the most popular brands? Labels. We're also adding people and locations, and we've got sentiment. There's so much amazing analysis that we can actually do here. And as we look back on the last several months, we can see, wow, here is all the topics that are emerging. And just as an example, we can see, health and well-being. It was mentioned 8 times, and we actually talked about it for 39 minutes. So this will all get connected once I show you what an individual video looks like. But what is really powerful to think of here is that we're not just looking at one single individual video. We're actually, or audio or text note, we're actually looking at all of them, and because we know what time they're uploaded at, it gives us insights into the state of the person, the state of you, the state of myself when I use the application at that right time, and then now we can surface all these amazing insights because of it. And so that's something we're really trying to figure out. What did my last month look like versus this month? There's so many things that we can actually do here, and it really is incredible. So I'm going to go into an actual video, and I'm going to show you one that I love Luke here, but I'm going to see if there's a longer one. So this one is a DMT trip report, and this is an awesome video. It talks about its DMT experience, and what's really interesting is he sort of comes in with a very atheist-like mindset, and then at the end of it talks about how it's very hard to have that mindset after a DMT experience. But what we can see here is this is maybe where it starts to make sense from the top-level dashboard that I just showed you. These are all the keywords actually within the video that has now been analyzed and extracted through speech-to-text and transcription. I would have liked to see it spell ayahuasca right, and I'm going to get that down. Don't you worry about that. But what we can actually see are all the keywords that he actually used throughout this video. And so right now, this person both said it, and then it was read on the screen, but enormous part, 2 instances of it, and then I can then navigate through to those specific moments. If we see hidden, it's the same thing. If we see world,
approach me. They're made of light. Everything in DMT world is made of
every instance of world, and now we can navigate through to those specific spots. Got ayahuasca right in our topics. I would have loved to have that for you. And then here's what we believe are the instances of ayahuasca where he's actually mentioning that. Same thing with Terence McKenna. So really what we're able to do is see all these amazing information and insights into an individual note. And if I actually go out, I can start to see labels, brands, people, and locations. I can even access more. So I'll go back into that same video. I don't think we're going to quite have the locations yet just because this is an older video, but both people and locations actually now pop up, and we can even see different people mentioned throughout the video. So now we have Joe Rogan.
And you may know that
exactly where Joe Rogan is in the video, and we can go through to that specific spot. So depending on what you're actually looking for, there's all these powerful ways to open up more insights that you can actually get about yourself, about the notes that you're taking, about the audio and video recordings that you're having. For me, if I'm going through a psychedelic experience, now knowing that this information is being extracted, for example, locations, I can say I'm here and I feel this way, and it will make the connection between the location, and then it will also be able to make the connection between sentiment. And that's what I will show in the next part here, is actually the sentiment part. And I think this is where it starts to get really fascinating for someone, fascinating for people who are exploring their consciousness, who are trying to understand patterns in themselves, trying to understand if they, recorded an audio note, whether in a psychedelic experience or not, what actually lies within that. This is where this starts to become very exciting. And so in this screen on this chart, you can see the sentiment actually charted out over sentences. So you can see all the sentences within it, and then you can start to see the very positive moments, or for example, the very negative moments. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, it really bothers me. It's really awkward, stiff, and weak. So we can even go in and zoom in, and we can actually start to look at specific parts of the audio notes or video notes that we're actually recording. Or if you're, just like myself, sometimes I'm just analyzing something in general. And we're going to go beyond just sentiment. Sentiment is only just one part to look at. We actually want to look at emotion, and we don't just want to look at just the text either. We want to look at, how is someone saying something? How are they saying it with their voice? How are they saying it with their body language, their facial expressions? What ways can we actually understand ourselves better, or at least document, capture ourselves better, and have a way to navigate through things to the more specific and more important moments quicker. And then with sentiment, this is the same thing, and we can see this is sentence by sentence in time. But say I actually want to go a little longer, you can see, so this is the whole transcript broken down. And then what I can do is actually sort. And I can say, what were the most negative moments within this video? And I can see that. The next part of this, I'll just be able to click, and it will actually navigate. Can't quite click on that yet, but that will be coming. And then what about the most positive moments? So we just scored a touchdown to win the Super Bowl. We're all cheering. It's just celebrating. Very, very quickly now, imagine having a psychedelic experience. Imagine if you record the whole experience, which I have actually experimented with, or even just integration, or setting your intentions. You can start to see things. You can start to see moments where you're nervous, moments where you're really excited, where you felt joy, where you didn't feel joy, where you felt scared. There's so much here that can be uncovered by sort of using this system and methodology, and even just the knowledge of what's possible when you record like this, and then have access to a platform which can extract out all these insights. And then lastly, I'll just go to the actual transcript piece here. And in the transcript, you can do the same thing. So I will get this ayahuasca spelling right, don't you worry, but DMT, for example. Here's every instance of DMT. It was mentioned 8 times, and then all I have to do is then click.
DMT can be ingested orally as ayahuasca, or injected, or smoked in.
Orally.
Talk to me. Everything in DMT world is done.
If you haven't checked it out. And so, think of the power of even being able to, generate your own, queries or things that you're looking for within your own notes, and then all of a sudden being able to navigate through to those specific moments. I will show you, I think, that's really, that's a huge part of this. I'm trying to think this transcription. We've got the sentiment, analytics, which is just, another way to sort of, to visualize what you're doing, and there's going to be a lot more coming here soon. Audio is the same. Don't have any audio, but it's the exact same thing without just the video pinned on and some insights that come from there. And then we've actually got some text notes. And that same chart that you've seen is now actually, put for text. So if you want to write text notes instead of recording audio and video, you can actually get the same thing and even chart the sentiment throughout the notes or the journal that you're taking. And I just find this to be a really fascinating exercise. And I've learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about technology doing this. And hopefully if you are exploring this, that you will feel the same way. And then just one last part. I'll show you if I can do this. Tyler. Oh my God, Tyler, first presentation. So what I can do is actually add basically triggers, and I can get, for example, an image, and I can say I want the background to be green. And now what I can do is save, and I can go into present mode. Hello, hello. And I can start transcribing in real time. And so this is the part where I think there's this amazing layer of human-computer interaction in real time where we actually even change the mood. We actually display things. And I could do a lot with this. I'll actually go back just to give you that full understanding of what I mean. If I go back into this presentation, I will add the trigger. I don't think I saved the first one, so that's a good thing to note. And I should say speak. But then what if I want to add a trigger and I want to say it's a color? And that color is going to be red because I'm angry. Or what if I want to add a color and it's blue? I'm not very good with colors, so I apologize for that. Sad. Now I can go save. And now it looks like that image didn't work, but the colors did. So I'll go here and I can start transcribing and I can say something. Angry. Sad. So that's this idea of real-time computer interaction. And if we continue to build on this system, we'll be able to add triggers, reset, and you'll be able to do really whatever you want with it. And I think there's something really powerful for psychedelic experiences here. I think there's something amazing for music, real-time understanding of ourselves, reflections of conversations, of our own mood. And this is just the foundation, as I mentioned, and I hope you sort of see some of the vision that we actually have here. I'd absolutely love to get your thoughts, your feedback, anything that emerges from you. We just are so excited about the potential and that you're actually here exploring this. I built this from my own experience. I'll get out of this. I built this from my own experiences of going through difficulties with mental health, having positive and negative psychedelic experiences, and then even using that perspective shift, that journey, that work to try to tap into my consciousness to build everything this is. And I really am trying to build this as pure as possible, as passionately as I possibly can, using curiosity, amazing people around me, amazing people like you, to build a system that is actually technology for good. And I'd be so excited to share that journey with you. I can't thank you enough for being here, and I hope you found this insightful. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you see some of the possibilities that I see. I think this is just getting started. And again, please feel encouraged to connect if you have any thoughts, any ideas. I'd absolutely love to just see this come to life and bring something beautiful to the world. Thank you.